Hey, good evening, creators. Wanted to bring you a quick video for the week, as I always do on Sundays. And this is going to be interesting, and I'm going to clear this and show you guys what's happening here in the market. And we've been talking about this market for a while. Uh, I specifically said last week that if NASDAQ gets in trouble or starting to feel some pressure, that is not going to bode well for the market. And we saw this on Friday. Well, good news is that our portfolio didn't really suffer much. I mean, June has been a really good month for us. If you look at the portfolio and see how we're performing here. This is the portfolio. We're up 13.5%, $13,000 on a $100,000 account. We have KR open. We closed Codex right here. Nice close on Codex, and this is also setting up again, and I'll talk about it. We also closed AMD, and this just gapped over. I mean, I got out super early. I mean, I also had a day trade too, but I know some of you um, actually holding this trade, so it's not a bad thing because I'll explain that as well. I mean, I explained that in my day trading notes. This is a very bullish and did extremely well. I wouldn't be surprised if this thing's gapping up tomorrow. So those of you who are holding, good job. I think you will get paid. Some of you taking 50% off. That's nicely done as well. I got out at 66.10, so I got out a little bit early, but I'm okay with that. Nailed 15% down. When I usually, this is just the market, the way the market was. I only have 5.5% position on this stock, but overall, it's fine. And then we'll look at the portfolio and how the portfolio is performing. So this is Q's right here. What you see here, Q's chart, and let's have a look and see what's happening with the Q's. When you really take a look at the Q's, I mean, this is really what's going on with the Q's, and we've been talking about this channel and how it's trading within the channel. Now it hasn't hit this downtrend line, the downtrending channel line ever since the bottom. Now, what's also interesting here, the first time in a very long time we talked about this, and not very long time ever, since we bottomed the market, actually the Qs that is actually printed two lower lows on closing basis. I mean, look at this. Look at this weekly chart on Qs, right? I mean, there's just what one, maybe two, if you want to call it three, maybe four. So maybe four. I don't even want to call it red candle or down weeks. I mean, there were just pauses here. And then finally, right here, we're starting to, maybe just starting to form a little bit of a top. I don't know. I mean, I never know when the tops and bottoms are formed. Quite frankly, I just know, I'm going to trade. I'm going to take the trade when it's setting up. I don't predict the tops, I don't predict the bottoms. I just follow the price action, and that has served me well over time. So that's what's been going on, and this is your bottom of the channel right here, and this is the top of the channel right here. So we are right into that. Right here, that's your 21 period moving average. That's 20 or 21 period moving average. And this is your 50 period moving average. So maybe we're bounced here. We had an okay close with the somewhat of a reversal. The volume was higher. Distribution day, distribution day, distribution day. So we're starting to see a little bit more distribution days. We also had a distribution day here, but we did not close lower, right? We closed here and then we're closed here, so higher close. So we'll see what happens. Last time we touched or came close to the 50 period moving average or bottom channel, we were right at $237, and then we rallied all the way to $270. So, we had a nice 33-point rally or 15%, whatever you want to call it. So let's see if we get some going here. But interesting here, and take a look at the spiders and see what the spiders are doing. Spiders held up pretty well. This is the base that it broke out, and quite frankly, I was bullish here because we based here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, and we broke out. So now the spider has to hold, and this is the area that we're all going to be watching. If we take out this area, it's off to the races. IWM had a you look at the IWM, had a I don't want to say tough day, but closed just above the 200 period moving average, providing support here. It's really ugly pattern on IWM. It's really not doing much here. It's just getting going whenever it wants to, and just it's just being a stepchild of the market. Diamonds above the 200 period moving average. This is the support on the weekly chart, and we're looking at it's holding 21 to 50. It's above all the moving averages. Matter of fact, the golden cross about to happen. 50 about to cross the 200 period moving average. So we'll see if how we open tomorrow. Right now, futures are pointing higher open, but I don't really give credence to overnight. Well, I just we'll see how they open up tomorrow, and that's I'll take it from there. On to the portfolio. Amazon, okay day in the portfolio. I'm gonna hold this into earning. I mean, I only have 7% size of Amazon. I mean, 7% is actually pretty good, but it's um, I have 21% profits in Amazon. So let's see. I'm most likely I'm gonna hold it into earning. I have a 20% cushion. I usually hold into earnings. Next one is Lulu. Um, Lulu had a good day actually. I mean, we broke out here. We came back in. I was actually it was good to see that it broke out here. Then it came back in and closed right here. What was keep stops right here at this point? Will I take a full stop right here? Probably not. I'm going to watch the market closely and then just call it as I see it. Home Depot looks pretty good. We're okay on in Home Depot. KR, Home Depot, we got in Home Depot at 300 $261.51. So we got a nice little cushion in Home Depot. I'm okay. KR, we got in at 34.90. It's at 34.71. I mean, this is just I don't know what's. I mean, KR just it just trades on its own here on KR. I mean, look at the 15 minutes chart and how that performs, the 5 minutes chart, the hourly chart. Just nothing about this stock that is sexy, but I really like the pattern, and I think this can have a move here in KR, and it's just immune to, for the most part, it's immune to recession. Cost, which was cost was in weekly 1 2 3 setup, which is one of my favorite setups here in cost. It actually took out, so technically the stake the trades triggered were in cost at $330. It's at $325. So yes, it has moved lower a little bit. I'm going to be watching this very closely. Our stop on cost is $319, so it's only $6 lower. We'll see how this closed. This didn't really have a bad day if you look at it. What's going on with cost? It didn't have a really bad day. Next one we have open is Okta, uh, OKTA, Okta. This bounced right out of 50 period moving average. We got in at 210. It's at 205.64. So let's see if this gets going. Obviously, this is Nasdaq, very much Nasdaq. And then Nari. This is like my IPO trade, and I've traded some of these IPOs. This, quite frankly, I mean, I'm watching this on Nari. So right here, this 52-ish area, stop at 51.19. So 52 area right now is at 54.81. Our entry is at 55.27. I like this to just go ahead and start moving higher. If it doesn't, I think this is in trouble. So I have no problem hitting stops here real quick. What really broke out is the metals, the GLDs of the world. Look at GLD broke out, and then silver, which is really broke out. And I am looking to perhaps maybe get back into this silver trade. We were in pass and we got out at 37 some change on this pass. I think it was 37.20, something like that. I think that's where I got out, or 37.40. I'm not sure, but that's what was my exit on pass. So that's it's still below where we got out, but this is really consolidating here, and it can go higher. I believe it's AGQ. That's the three time the three time. And let me just close this and show you guys how bullish this thing is. AGQ. Look at this hourly chart here, and I'm gonna bring this here, and I'll make this a monthly for you to show you how bullish this thing is. So this is your daily chart, bull flag right here. This is your monthly chart. So you just broke the monthly downtrend here, just broke out on volume. I mean, this thing hasn't had this type of price action in a very long time. And look where it's, I mean, obviously this is misleading because it's in, three-time ETF. But this, all of everything that has to do with silver, it's something setting up. This was a monthly 1, 2, 3 setup that broke out. That's exactly what we played, by the way. So this looks really good, and GLD just looks as good. This we haven't seen moves like this in since 2011, and along with them, the TLT. TLT, the 20-year bond. Look at this. This thing is about to break out. That's your monthly bull flag. The higher the time frame, the more potent the setup is. So this is your TLT. That's your little base right here on TLT, and it's about to break out. So that breaks out. That means we'll see some pullback in the markets. Obviously, if that happens. Couple other things that that they're looking good. Zillow. That looks pretty good. Nice little base here on Zillow on this daily chart that could break out. So keep an eye on Zillow. I absolutely like Lulu. I think Lulu is setting up really good. PAAS, that is also setting up really good. BILL, that I like also, the BILL. If we take out this area, I think BILL looks pretty good. And this was so explosive. The Fastly was so explosive, and now I want to see if Fastly can take this right into this area. If it takes this, I think Fastly can fastly move up here. Keep an eye on Twilio. That really put a nice reversal candle here from where it broke out. Could see higher prices here, but it's all predicated upon Nasdaq. Space also starting to look really good. I love these bases. When you see these bases, you just gotta salivate, because what's really happening here, this is your obviously this is your stage 4, and I talk about the bell curve move. So right here is your bell curve move right here. So left side of the bell, right side of the bell. So right side of the bell. And now what you have here is, that was your stage 4. This is your stage 3, stage 4, micro stage 3, stage 4, and then this is your stage 1. And now we're transitioning. So that's the transitional stage A, which is where the entries are often comes to play. And then that already started on the weekly chart. You see this bell curve on the weekly chart. So you keep that in mind. You keep trading simple, you will get rewarded. So keep an eye on Space looks really good. I mentioned Beyond as one of my short plays. Beyond, if you trade a short that has triggered, this looks okay. Beyond looks okay. It could really get going here. And you know what? I'm watching Nicola again, and I love to see this thing gap down, and this will be like more like a Hertz type pattern. I mean, this thing, I had some options that didn't work. I stopped out. I mean, fine, just move on. But I'm watching this, and then Tesla. Many traders say Tesla is a proxy to the market. The way the go Tesla, so goes the market. It's at 21 period moving average here on the daily chart. Can Tesla close the gap here? I don't know. That's if that happened, that will take out a lot of Robinhood traders out of business if that happens, because they're buying half a share, three-quarters of a share, or whatever the shenanigans that Robinhood does. I don't know. I don't trade Robinhood, but that could happen here. There's a lot of good stuff that's really getting hammered here. But what I really like, I go through with my trading and scanning. I scan 5, 6, 700 stocks a night, and then I bring the best stocks for our members here, and those stocks, mostly I look for the Nasdaq, the growth stock, the one that are really doing what we want them to do, as far as growth, momentum, volatility, kind of has it all. And that's what we really trade here, at Playbook Trading. But recently, these growth stocks are getting, you know, growth stocks are getting hammered. So that's no secret. So let's have a look. This is what it looks like as far as our portfolio and our trend strength indicator, and what we have as far as what's setting up. PayPal, look at PayPal. It ranked in top. I'll give you top 10 here. So this ranks in top 10 PayPal. I'm not going to go in any order, but look at these, the trend strength indicator that I'm going to go over. This is our proprietary indicator that my partner discovered, made, and he's the brains behind it. But look, I'm going to bring you the top 10 here. So Nvidia, so all these, keep an eye on these can get going really quick. And notice how these stocks performed relatively well to the market, despite the sell off. So keep an eye on it. Melly also had a nice day. I mean, it's okay day. It didn't really get hammered. DXCM had a nice day. That didn't get hammered. Actually, this is now starting to base again. So maybe setting up to break out here. eBay, nice pullback here as well. And then last one I'll go over is SPLK. So those are all setting up really good. So keep an eye on these. These could really get going. I have a couple of other things that I'm looking at that are also holding up really well. But at this point, I like to have a minimum exposure. I'm 43%. I'm about 43%, 43, 44, maybe 45% long in the market. I'm sitting on 55% cash. You take out Amazon, that brings my exposure down to about 35%. I'm 20% in profit in Amazon. So I am super calm and happy with what I have, and have no problem taking some of the losses. But what I would tell you, that when the market is tough, some of the stops will get hit. So on that, have a great rest of the night. Prepare yourself for the morning. Let's get back to trading, and let's have a great week.